All right, here we are, guys. Step 3, send a document. If you want to click this little bubble, that's fine. We're in the My Profile section, okay? Or you can access it from the dashboard, but you're going to click that little button. It's going to take you basically to the same spot. So you're just going to scroll down to where it says Documents. And they literally show you exactly right here how they want you to have it. See how his head is basically the size of the whole picture? And the ID is in front of his face, not behind his face. It's in front of his face, so you want to make sure you do it just like that. And then basically, they're going to show you right here. They want a photo of the document must be sent, your face profile, and the data inside of the back office must be properly filled. So what that means, guys, is that the data on your document needs to match the data on your personal data. Imagine that. And then it also needs to match the address, okay? Now, if you have a national ID, there might not be an address on there, so that's fine. It doesn't need to have one, but, I'm sorry, or rather a passport. But it needs to be a national ID card or a driver's license or a passport. So something that was issued by government or a driver's license also works. And make sure everything matches in the back office. So if you put an ID number that's different from what's on your picture, they're not going to accept it. So make sure everything is congruent. That is it. If everything's congruent and it's legible and you do it the way that they want to, they will accept it on the first try. I've done it. I've had other people do it, and we did it correctly, and they accepted it on the first try. And then other people do it, and they get rejected, and they wonder why. And without a doubt, I always find something that they did incorrectly or something that was inconsistent. So it's always going to be user error, guys. User error if you don't get accepted. So just do it right the first time and you'll cause yourself frustration. The other thing to keep in mind is when you take the picture, have someone else do it for you. Just a little tip. And here's just a little example photo. See how his face is right up front and center, guys? And the passport is in front of his face and it's legible. When I zoom in, I can still read that. It's clear. So make sure you use the side of your camera that is facing away from you. If you're using a smartphone, a lot of times the selfie camera is not very legible, and we want to make sure that you get this done right on the first try. So that's another little tip for you. And let's go ahead and just add the document to this account by clicking, wait for it, add document. So it's asking you what kind of document. Well, for this person whose account I'm using as an example right here, they are basically using a license. So the license would be considered a foreign register card. If it's a passport, then you want to click passport, okay? So since I'm using a license, it's going to be a foreign register card. So that's already pre-selected. I'm going to select the file, and then this is actually the picture. So I'm going to double click the picture. It's right there, and then all I'm going to do is click Save. And then right there, guys, it's basically going to show you that it's loading, and then it's going to say that it's approval awaited. Now, guys, they ask for 72 business hours. So this doesn't mean that if you add this on a Saturday, it's going to be available on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday. They ask for a minimum of 72 business hours for approval. So just keep that in mind when you guys do submit these. They have a staff that works Monday through Friday. They get weekends off. They get to go home and see their families just like we all want to do. So they're not going to be sitting there on Sunday at 2 in the morning waiting to approve your document. Okay? So 72 business hours, and you'll notice that my address is almost complete. I'm going to scroll down here and make sure my phone number's in there. Okay, my phone number's fine. My address is filled out. My document I just added. And all of my user information is in there. And it is congruent with what's on my ID. So I don't have a different address on my license than I do on my address, right? I don't have a different spelling of my name than I do on my ID. I don't have a different sex. I'm not a male on my ID, but I'm a female that I filled in here. So guys, just make sure everything is congruent. The congruency is the key. That's something I'm going to emphasize. And then again, don't just go to the home page. click Save Changes. Make sure everything is saved. You'll get an alert there. And then you guys are in business. The send a document is not going to be filled in yet because you guys haven't completed that until it's actually approved on corporate's end. So for now, guys, that's the end of the third step, and we're going to complete the fourth step in the next video.